Hello everyone, Donna Nelson here, Holistic Empowerment Coach and your lifestyle strategist. And today I am going to share with you a few tips and ways that you can draw more happiness into your life. You know, I was reading an article yesterday. The title of it is 6 Steps to Help You Find Happiness in Any Environment. And I was intrigued by it because one of the things that I hear from people all the time in the conversations that I have is, I just want to be happy. I just want to feel happy. I just want my spouse to be happy, or I just want my kids to be happy. It's like happiness is somehow elusive. And, in my own healing journey and personal development over the last 4+ years, one of the things that has pulled me the furthest is how to find my own happiness. And it's one of the reasons and kind of the foundation of my coaching practice to help others realize where they can find this happiness regardless of what is going on around you. So like this article says, in any environment. So I wasn't sure as I was totally in agreement with all of the things that they had put in here for how to find happiness in any environment. However, I'm going to share with you what they said, and I'm going to give you my own little mini reflection on it, and then you can take it and do with it in how you feel like it leads you, and take some action steps yourself. All right, so number 1, so know the feeling that makes you feel happiest, right? So you can't get somewhere. I think earlier this week I put a quote in about a goal. And if you don't know what the goal is, then how are you going to get there, right? Then you were just winging it. We're looking for something that we're not even sure exactly what it is. We're just thinking, when I get there, I'll know it. And maybe that could be true for happiness. But the truth is, we can actually do things to create this in our lives. And so if you know what that is that actually makes you feel happy, what that feeling is within you, then it's going to be a lot easier to work toward it. So the first step is to really identify what actually is happiness to you as a feeling within your body, right? So identify that, and happiness is very individual. So it's not like, so for you maybe happiness may be just to feel peaceful and calm and quiet, like you're at your happy place when everything is at ease, right? For others, happiness may be when, they feel the most joyful when there's a lot of activity around, right? When there's a lot of laughter. So for someone else, that might be a bit overwhelming and you won't be in your happy place with that. So figure out what is going on in your environment that makes you feel the most happiness, and then think on that experience, and how is that feeling in your body? What does that really feel like, right? When you're just like, and you have like this natural smile and your whole body is breathing and open and expansive with joy in that space. All right, so that would be the first thing. And remember too that true happiness, though, is always about experiencing that inner peace, that love, that contentment, the satisfaction with yourself. So while I'm saying, think about things that make you feel happy, the reason I'm telling you that is so that you can identify what that feeling is within you, right? What are those things that bring that kind of joy and happiness within you? But the truth is, what I'm going to share with you is that we can't really rely on external things. So creating happiness in any environment, in any situation, whether you're alone or with others, is really what's going on within you. So number 2 is manage your emotions. The author in the article, which I will post in the thread below, claims managing negative emotions. And what I really believe is that managing positive emotions will help you avoid having to manage the negative. All right. And then number 3 is aligning with your authentic self. And so, of course, this is like a key component to how I work with women, how I want to serve, to support you in becoming more true to your nature, living in an energy that is aligned with you based on your own values and your own truth. So aligning with your authentic self, as the author says, I totally agree with. I really believe that most people do have this intention of wanting to be authentic, to wanting to be true to their nature. Yet, I know for myself that it's really easy to lose that aspect of ourselves, getting caught up in the roles and the rules of lives and of our lives and living up to the expectations of others. It's really super easy to not know even how to get clear on this process and allow others to really influence us. So it starts with knowing and assessing our values. That's how we're really you'll really be able to get clear on being your authentic self. Okay, here's number 4. Number 4 is challenging yourself. So most of us love to feel like we're being challenged, whether it's intellectually or it's physically, whether you run or, you're burning muscle or whatever. And then being challenged in our personal and professional growth, right? I believe we all are capable of so much more than we deliver to the world. I know for myself, I lived decades in my potential, right? Living with having potential, but not actually living up to that potential. And I'm still not there, right? It's a work in progress, right? Because no matter where you get, you've now grown and stretched that muscle, stretched your abilities and what you're capable of, and now you have even more potential, right? Because you've reached a level that now there'll always be more that we're capable of, that will have the potential to do, have, and achieve, right? So most of us are not living up to that. And I believe that most of us have this deep desire to be more and do more, right? I mean, don't you? Share in the comments if you're like, yes, I'm not living up to my potential. And yes, I want to be more. I want to do more. And most of us only stick our toe in it and don't challenge ourselves enough. And we know our potential is greater. And so one of the ways to do this is to establish a goal. And why you want it, right? If we don't have this, like, the strength of our why behind it, we're not going to do it. And understand, too, what is the feeling that goal is going to bring? So why do I want it? And envisioning yourself in having that goal, then how does that feel? Again, feeling, it's all our emotions. This is all about our energy, right? Happiness is an emotion that brings us a high energy, and challenging ourselves is going to just be another one of those vehicles to get us there. So what does it feel like when you're being challenged? What is this goal going to feel like when you have it? So establish that within your physical body, and then identify what are all those limiting thoughts and those doubts that are coming up as you're thinking about, I want this, and then there's the, but then that, right? Accept that, right? There's always these yes buts that come up when we're not living up to our potential, when we want something but we're not doing it, like having one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake at the same time, right? The constant stop and go. I hear this from ladies that I work with all the time. I just want to, quit doing the stop and go. I get here and then I go back. I get here and I go back. Or I do a little and then I put my foot on the brake. That kind of stuff. So this is all because of our own doubts, our own limiting beliefs, our old stories, whatever those things are, right? So in challenging ourselves, we'll be able to achieve more when we have our why, when we know what that feeling is going to bring us, and then when we push out of the way all those limiting beliefs and doubts that are stopping us from taking action. One of the best ways to do that This probably won't come as any surprise to you that I think this, right, is I believe the best way is to hire a coach or a mentor. To have someone that's going to help, or it could be some kind of a group, right? You don't have to necessarily hire someone, but you need someone that is going to be there for you to help you work through your own bullshit, to create a plan that you can execute and hold you accountable to it, right? That's how we challenge ourselves, right? So you've got the idea, you've got the potential, you know what you want to do, you're not doing it. So you've got to move some of that clutter out of the way, and we need to have someone that can hold us accountable to do that, to have these strategies and these tactics and help us work through all of that. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5 is, I love this, that the author coined this as social anchor. I never heard that. I totally love it. And they defined it as intentionally focusing on a task that holds your attention, and then finding people who support you in your endeavors, right? A social anchor. That would be a coach or a mentor or some kind of mastermind group or something where someone is going to be there on a continuous basis to keep you anchored in, to keep you focused, right? I love that, social anchor. So I really believe hiring a coach or a mentor to support and validate your efforts, to hold you accountable, can really go a long way as a social anchor. I'm going to give you a bonus. The 6th thing is to help bring more of this, to balance your energy center, for more joy, more cheerfulness, strengthening your personal power, wear more yellow. Yellow is an energy that is going to help you balance that energy center in your body to bring you more of those happiness emotions that you want to achieve more happiness. So that's your bonus. Wear yellow. All right, so what are you doing? I want you to answer this in the post. What are you doing that allows you to feel fulfillment and personal satisfaction in your day, regardless of what's going on around you? Is there something that you've found works for you to bring you more fulfillment? And these were my the author's 5 and my blend of it, and then my bonus 6, which was the wear yellow. And I want to hear what your ideas are. What are some things that are really working for you? All right. Love you guys. Donna Nelson signing off.